Hello, I'm Aubrey Shepherd with John Rule on the 20th of October 2014. We've got some photos. Here's the famous train wreck down south of, uh, what's it called? Anyway, the train caught on fire after it got hit by another railroad head engine because it was stuck on the track and that other one came to save it. And you read about it. Okay, yeah, that's in the wingstem family, or is called wingstem, and it's one of the frost flower things. You recognize Rob Leffler and Bruce McMath
Right.
from the Sierra Club and the that was the meeting of the what's it called policy
Milkweed pods.
public policy panel.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a swamp milkweed pod. You could see the seeds up close on there, and that one something had chewed off the the outside and left that.
Right.
There's how some other. That's the yellow. I mean the orange milkweed, Asclepius
Tuberosa.
tuberosa. That's right, and you see those seeds. Seeds look pretty close, similar, but the pods are a little different. Of course, the foliage on the plants is different. The flowers are different. But anyhow, it's about the last week or two, you might see these seeds coming out on milkweed
Floating away.
and floating away if you don't gather some and plant them where you want them, because that's a place that's development site. So anyway, that's
Ironweed.
ironweed and some panicum type grass. And this is also on that obviously future development site that's been damaged a lot, but things came back. Okay, do you recognize that?
Well, it looks like sorrel of some kind.
Wood sorrel.
Yeah.
It's oxalis, and it's edible plant. There it is
Yes, it
again.
is. We used to do it all the time as little kids.
Really? Yeah.
Yep.
Mom ever cook any, or you just ate
No.
right off?
Oh, yes.
Monarch caterpillar on Asclepius tuberosa. That's the only one I saw this week. So I got a couple of shots of him. Hope he's made his chrysalis and he'll come out as a butterfly in time to fly south to Mexico. This is one of the late blooming asters, and see there, it's growing shaded by
Right.
passion
Milkweed.
vine.
Oh,
Passion vine, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so you got a lot of different butterflies on this site. You
Right.
recognize that beetle?
Yeah, that's one of the not stinging, blister beetle.
Blister beetle, yeah, that's it, yeah.
One of the two kinds or three kinds. One kind has a gray stripe on it.
Okay, this is downtown across from the post office. This is looking northeast from the parking lot of, or what was it, northwest, and now it's looking east. And this is from the parking lot of Collier's drugstore. And Collier sold this land next door, and all these houses, well, 2 houses have been removed, and a lot of trees. You can see logs down there. They were piling the logs when I got there this morning. They had begun piling the logs into that giant dumpster, so they had to break them into pieces that would hide in the dumpster. They're going to haul those off. See all those?
Yeah.
That's just hideous. I mean, that's firewood somebody could use, and some of those trees would be saw timber, you know.
Yeah, sure.
And here's one of the last remaining trees, but you can see they've taken a sort of that fence. That fence is, well, there you can see the church
Parking lot.
parking deck
parking
up there.
garage.
And that wall has not come down yet as of today, but and I'm wondering, maybe they've been told to keep this one tree on the corner. In fact, there's one out in the middle of that lot that's been cleared, but it can't survive because it's got these
Right.
concrete stuff, gravel all
around it.
covering it up. Yeah. So here's at 15th Street, just across from, across 15th, we're looking where the trail's gonna come to enter, Walker Park.
Right.
So please sign up for the November 8th Veterans 5K Run. John, you and I are likely people to be there to watch it start and finish, make some pictures, but I don't think we'll be
And we
running.
can't, we've marched or.
We marched with the military at our side. See ya. Hello, I'm Aubrey Shepherd. It's the 23rd of October. Reason I'm wearing a Halloween hat is I'm always a trick-or-treat leader, at least for a few kids around my neighborhood. And I want to talk about the Buffalo River as suggested here. First, we have some slides that they showed at the recent meeting, which I have on my YouTube channel in about 3 or 4 parts, I guess. And they were scientists, a whole panel of scientists. And notice they're here showing you the adopted public notice procedures and proposed changes, regulations 5 and 6. You can barely read these possibly unless you've got a big screen, but the point is a lot has been done. A lot of studies have been done on the Buffalo River, and Dr. Bruhana is one of the scientists. And there's a young man who's a graduate student at the university. He's been doing a lot of it, and people with the not the Forest Service, but the Park Service, National Park employees have been doing lots of studies to find out what really goes on when that hog waste goes into the ground or flows on the surface down into the Buffalo River. And they've already documented some changes. Here's Dwayne Woltgen speaking. He's a man who's been a professor, and he's been a Sierra Club leader and Fayetteville Natural Heritage Association leader, and still volunteering for outdoor work in his retirement. I think he's my age or just a little older, maybe. Anyhow, there are other people. You can see the man with the neck brace. He was a pretty powerful speaker. And this is a question and answer session in which the public got up and asked for more detail on some of these things. Together, we are making a difference. And they are, and we are. And that's the panel in action on the stage. And we see some Kilgore photos on the wall in the room there at St. Paul. Many of those are interesting people that I know from the streets too. And anyhow, people are pretty angry about it. That's Bob Allen. He lives down in Central Arkansas. He's been state chairman of Sierra Club at least a couple of terms in the past. And there's Ellen Compton from the university, who's a documentarian, an archivist of many things that are brought in. And there's one of a lady who lives close to here and walks to things. There's Mr. Dr. Bruhana and his wife. And it was just a great show. I've got pretty much all of it on the YouTube under my name. And I think, oh, who's that guy? I think he's right here at the station with me at this moment. That's Dan, and he told me he does the video work for the church. So they actually recorded it also, and I'm sure it'll be maybe on this station before long. Anyway, these are all environmentalists of the highest order there, people who've been involved for a long time, and the emphasis was quite clear that people do believe that no more CAPOs will be put in around the National River, and maybe there won't be so many in the state without more public notice. That was one of the things that made it difficult last time to you know, even comment after the fact seemed to make no difference. And there are people there representing two different groups that support the national parks in Arkansas and all over the country. So it was a great program, and for those that missed it, maybe there will be another one in a few months. There's John Rule and Beth Presley. Beth is often there in the summer, and this summer she was ill for a while and missed, so this was the first time she got back, and that was just a week before we were recording this. And it was good to see her back on the square there. John Rule's often there. Save Our Buffalo, no hog farm, no hog farm. And there's a little more of a decorative sign. Well, I don't use the word signage. It's you got signs or you don't. There's John Rule and Ruth, who's a good friend of his, and also very much interested in the outdoors and so forth. Veterans 5K 2014 coming up on the 8th, the very first Saturday, second Saturday of November, and hope you'll be there. Till next time, it's Aubrey Shepherd. Actually, do your part to help keep the water clean, the air pure, and the woods green. See ya.